Hello again and thanks for joining. So we have an old Roco International model to have a look at, and you can see it's a Deutsche Bahn BR151 electric locomotive. This one is number 4132B, and when this was released it was an A and a B. The A version was a green colour. This one is finished in the blue and black colour scheme. Now both these were first released way back in 1976, would you believe, with production running through to around about the 1980s sometime. In 1984, Roco did re-release the green version, the 41328, and renumbered it 43411, and that had an updated motor and NEM couplings, but this blue one was never reissued. So this is an original which was produced sometime between 1976 and 1980 something. So it's going to be quite interesting to have a look at this model. Let's get it open and we'll see what we've got. Well, we've actually got a bag of extra parts in the box and a couple of spare couplings as well. And here is the model, and I have to say, considering its age, it's actually a fantastic model. I can't actually believe it's as old as it is. It almost looks as though it would be a model that would have been released today. And if we start to have a closer look at this, at the front we've got flush fit glazing, and they have silver surrounds with the windscreen wipers picked out in silver as well. We have an interior in there, even with a little wheel there in a black plastic added onto the cream. Glazing is really clear as well, which is quite incredible. We've got some headlights here. I love the chrome surrounds around them. I believe this has got lighting too. The DB logo is really clear, as is the number 181201-5. We've got the buffer beam here as a piece of plastic which is added on, and we've got these jumper cables fitted. That's probably been done by the previous owner. You can see we have snowplows there fitted onto the bogies, and I'll come to those in a minute. Looking down the side of this locomotive, this is number 2 end. I think we've got a little bit of damage here, or maybe that's a transfer, I'm not quite sure. But you can see the AEG in the crop there. The printing is absolutely superb. I like this white line running along the length of the locomotive as well, and the blue is a really lovely colour too. These handrails are part of the main moulding, but they've been picked out in silver as well, which is really quite cool. And we also have silver grills up here, which have been painted, masked off really well. We've got some more flush fit glazing here in the middle part, and you can see inside to have a representation of the engine in this cream colour. We've got another DB logo and a number in the middle. As we move further down, there's some more printing, and now we're at number 1 end. And you can see we have a driver figure in here as well. Not sure if it came from the factory with that, but he's fully painted as well. Got some horns up here. It looks like they're maybe missing on this one and they've broken off. And at the number 1 end, it just looks exactly the same as number 2 end, funnily enough. Up on top, we've got 2 pantographs. They are made of metal. Actually very difficult to unclip there, but they do work really well. And they've got a metal skid on the top. I believe this actually picks up from overhead too. I have seen this little screw here on the rooftop, which I believe is to swap it between 2 rail and overhead pickup. You can see we have a metal wire here, very typical of models of this era, and it has the plastic insulators. All seem to be present and correct on this one. We also have this piece of electrical gear up here as well. Another one here, which is an extra piece put in, and this one here along with another pantograph. So this model is looking in really fantastic condition. We've even got these panels here, the checkerboard plates, and this grille picked out in silver. That's all been masked off and painted. So it's really quite an incredible model. I'm really quite amazed by it. Looking at the bogies as well, look at the amount of detail in that moulding. It's really quite good. Looks as though we've got additional steps added in and some other parts added onto the side of the bogies here too. Looking underneath, we've got a traction tyre here, and it looks like we have drive on all these 4 wheels, and also on the other bogie it's the same. We seem to have 1 traction tyre and all-wheel drive. You can see in the middle we have a large can motor too. So I'm really impressed with this locomotive. I mean, if this came out brand new today, I think I would be impressed with it as well, but considering its age, I'm just astonished that it's in such good condition and you get such great printing and such an interesting model. It actually weighs quite a lot as well, so let's put it on the scales first before we give it a test. So this is quite a heavy model. It comes in at 395 grams. So here we are on the test track. As usual, it's just my Hornby 3rd radius track. It's getting a bit old and battered now. It's hooked up to my H&M controller, and I'm going to give it 12 volts DC. So let's see what happens. Well, it's almost like it's offering to go, but then it just stops and kind of shorts out the track. So I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I think we're going to have to take it apart and check out inside. With this off, you can now see that we have a lighting setup here, And also we have pickup from the overhead pantographs down these wires here. And the weight is obviously coming from the chassis because it's this massive block of metal. It's got a bit of a circuit board on top, a couple of lights here. This is the switch for the overhead pickup. We also have this side where we have the representation of the engine in this cream colour. I don't know why it's cream though, it's a bit of an odd choice of colour, but there you go. And we have the motor underneath the circuit board here with drive out to both bogies. So I'm not sure what's wrong with this locomotive at the moment. I'm just going to prod it with some cables from the H&M and give it some power here and there and see what happens. Well, that must have been the easiest fix in the entire world, because it was actually this bulb here which had moved a little bit and it was just shorting out here, and then that was causing the problem. I think that might have happened just in transit to me because I got this sent to me through the post, and you know what they can be like sometimes. So I think the packaging that came in probably just had a bit of a bash and knocked that out, and then it was shorting it out. This bulb here doesn't work, unfortunately. This one does. This probably just needs swapped out, but you can see that the model runs fine now, so I'm really chuffed about that. Let me put this back together and I'll give you the full effect. Well, no problems at all there, it just crawls along absolutely fantastically. I guess it must be because of that big motor that's in there. I don't believe there's any flywheels at all, but it's a really fantastic model, I have to admit. I cannot believe this is as old as it is. It must be minimum 45 years old, I reckon, this model, but you really wouldn't know it. I think it really puts to shame some of the models that you get churning out from China these days and sold by certain large manufacturers. When this was coming out from Roco many years ago, it is absolutely testament to the quality of the models back then. And on the second-hand market, well, how much did this cost me? It was 50 quid, which I think is quite incredible. I would definitely recommend this model to anybody. I love this one because it's the blue one. It was only issued once, and you can get the green one, which I think would probably be a great model too. I'll probably have to look out for that and add it to my collection as well. But I really like this one. I'm so impressed with it, you can tell. But what do you think? Do you like this model, or is it just a little bit old and crude for you? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, it really helps this channel. I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around, and in a moment another video will appear on screen, so just select that and I'll see you there. But that's it for this one. Thanks for checking out this historic locomotive, and I'll see you on the next one.
So model train, model words, choo choo, model trains, train, and tiny worlds, choo choo, model trains, tiny train, model worlds, choo choo, model trains, tiny train, and tiny worlds, choo choo.